kidney failure. And so once you get the kidneys filtering, those legs will go down and everybody's good. So important to understand that you have 3 kidneys. Remember, you're bilateral. You have 2 sides to your body. You have a right lobe on the thyroid, a right kidney, a right adrenal gland. You have a right side that's independent to the left side. You always check blood pressures both sides. You can check blood sugars both sides if you want, believe it or not. So really interesting to look at the human body in that way. The 3rd kidney, of course, is always your skin. And I don't know if I've made this comment on the first part of this video because we got disconnected here, but your skin, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, this is just acids coming out the skin because the kidneys aren't filtering, so the skin is carrying the burden. And if you have a low thyroid and you're cold, you can't sweat, sometimes you stop filtering from the skin and then you're really in trouble. And this is a very serious issue. Most medical doctors have used these insane antibiotics. And they're after the bacteria, which is the bacteria is just after your waste. And so that's been their downfall and killed a lot of people doing it, but also compromised people's ability to remove waste. And the reason is sulfa drugs. Penicillin, all these sulfa drugs, sulfur is accumulative, it accumulates in the body and it blocks lymph drainage. So some people, especially those with RA, rheumatoid arthritis, some of these with very serious inflammatory problems have a lot of sulfur problems because they've taken antibiotics to treat what isn't treatable. You can't kill the bacteria in a septic system and expect anything but problems. And this is what's happened. We have to stop this insanity and this fear based with bacterium. Sure, there's some E. coli, but anybody dies of E. coli has to be going to medical doctors. No one ever died of E. coli going to naturopaths, at least not in this clinic. So there's some insanity out there that's unbelievable. But you must understand that we make a culturing medium. Your culturing medium is your sewer system. And so you got to clean your lymph system. And the younger you are, guys, forgive me, but the younger you are, the weaker the kidneys you have. I've got teenagers and 20-year-olds on dialysis already. We have very serious genetic weaknesses, and I've told you this before. I'm going to do a video on genetic remembering, how you can pull yourself up out of this. Stay raw, big factor. The other side, obviously, botanicals. I do use some glandulars, but I'll get into the herbs here and do a video on them to help you out with those. Now, there's the adrenal glands involved in this process, and that's where the chronic fatigue is attached to this. The adrenal glands, they sit right on top of the kidneys. They control the kidneys neurologically, and they control the gigantic autonomic nervous system. Sugar metabolism, breast shape and size, mineral utilization, B12, all this stuff comes out of the adrenal glands. Even hemoglobin hematocrit has a factor involved in the adrenal steroids, but a lot of them are used as antacids. You know, cortisol is controls sugar metabolism, but you can use these corticosteroids, obviously the medical doctors do, to fight acids, or they call anti-inflammatories. That's because they're cholesterol-based. Cholesterol is your body's main antacid. The problem is you don't want your body to start using high amounts of cholesterol, or if you're real acidic, the body will start yanking calcium out of your bones and out of your connective tissue. We've talked about that. I'm going to answer this lady's question on scoliosis here on this question and answer video I'm going to shoot. But that scoliosis is a lack of calcium utilization and the loss of calcium from fighting acids. The body has to fight acids because if acids win, you lose. Game's over. So we can't have acids win. That's why your body's always in defense of acidosis. And the inflammatory response is part of that response to that issue. Because if acids win, cells get damaged and mutate. And then in time, you die. So real important to understand that you got to keep these acids moving from cells out to the outside world. So the adrenal glands, the neurotransmitter portion, your adrenals produce two substances, neurotransmitters. That's your epinephrine, that's your adrenaline, dopamines. This is all the control of the autonomic nervous system, norepinephrine. Without those, you're looking at Lou Gehrig's MS, you're looking at the neurological problems, you're looking at ADD, ADHD, you're looking at all these. It's not just a central nervous system problem, it's an autonomic nervous system problem. It lowers your blood pressure, it makes you tired, neurological fatigue. When you eat a piece of meat, it's full of epinephrine, people feel better. Yeah, it's epinephrine. And in the long run, just like taking steroids, you'll lose your adrenal glands. I'll address this lady in the digestive enzymes too. You can't take these things and expect your body to keep making them. You get yourself in real trouble by doing these things. You got to make your cells healthy. It's all about the cells. What's your adrenal glands made of? A bunch of cells, and there's two fluids that control the health of the cells. Same thing with the thyroid. What's your thyroid made from? What's your ovaries made from? What's your prostate made from? Someone wrote some prostatitis. I'll address it in another video. Same thing. Two fluids, blood, lymph. The lymph deals with the acid side of chemistry. So fibromyalgia, Lyme's, lupus, all of this, forget bacteria. Quit taking antibiotics. You have already done that. No, it doesn't work. You're compromising your system more. Move your lymphatic system. And to do that is to fix those kidneys. The best foods to move the lymph system is the fruit. You can see the difference between the Hippocrates and their effectiveness on cancer and our effectiveness on cancer. And cancer is not a disease, throw that away. It is a clogged lymph system, not filtering through the kidneys. And so you can see the difference between what you can do with a tumor on vegetables and what you can do on fruits. Fruits will move a tumor out of your body 100 times faster than a vegetable will by far. They have far greater astringents, antioxidants. They're much more powerful energetically. They're about 4,000 angstroms higher in magnetics. Never do you see vegetable fasting in the past. Water fasting has always been universally the most accepted way of detoxing the body. Like I said, keep a little hunger in that belly. Don't always have to be full all the time. Give your body a chance to take some energy and fix itself. Don't have all your energy always digesting your foods. Then you can't get well from that. Animals, they sit around and relax. Don't go try to run off and make your lymph system work through exercise. It can make you worse. When you exercise, you're creating lactic acid. It's okay to create an acid if what? That's right. You've got to be able to remove that acid. We got a lot of pro athletes that come here and they're hurting because they have kidney and adrenal weakness. And if you have kidney and adrenal weakness and you're creating a lot of acids, additional acids, and you're not moving them out, you're going to hurt worse. Then you can't do that. So relax. Have some fun with this. You always use herbs to get the kidneys filtering. You can use herbs for the adrenal glands. You use herbs to move the lymph system. Funny how the herbs that move the lymph system are the cancer herbs, isn't it? So, and you use astringents. Always use high fruit diets. I recommend fruit all day long with a vegetable meal at night, particularly a salad. If you want some steamed vegetables, okay, but if you're serious about moving lymph, get much higher up on the fruit side. Fast 10, 20, 30, 40 days on grapes. Great way to eliminate tumors, a great way to clean the lymph system aggressively. Then you got the Stanley Burroughs Lemon Juice Master Cleanser Fast. Lemon's very powerful. Been way beyond him making that. That's an old fast from way back. So these are real strong fasts. Remember I told you I lived on oranges for 6 months. Very powerful cleansing factor. High nutritive too. A lot